Welcome back to the Virtual Entrepreneurship Center. Again, collaborative between Alabama A&M University, Auburn University, and Tuskegee University. We want to pick back up with Toby Warren, who's a consultant, and he's also the founder of the National Leadership Congress. And we've been talking about scaling up veteran entrepreneurship. So, right now, what success so far have veterans experienced, to your knowledge, in the entrepreneurial arena?
Learning who they are.
Okay.
The leader within. I think the entrepreneurship process requires one to go down within and figure out who they really are. Is it more than a dream, a passion? Do they have the skills? Are they really willing to see it through? Do they have the money? So it requires almost really hard looking into the mirror and having an honest assessment from those that love you, like your wife or husband or whatever. So, and regardless of whether they ever realize their dream, there's a sense of dignity and self-worth that comes through the process of considering, do I want to start my own business? And there's nothing like a veteran telling another veteran, I got you back. So having a veteran in your life to be there with you. And I want to make a comment if I can, because I want to say I want to share what I think we're learning. We've got 420,000 veterans in Alabama. And I'll bet you I've interviewed over 1,000. Listen to their stories. The most important thing that I think we're finding, regardless of age, and regardless of rank, it could be a 3-star, it could be a buck private, is this. Regardless of role or deployment, when or where, they come back changed. They're different. And I'm not talking about PTSD. I'm talking about emotional wounds. I'm talking about they're different. And one gets back home. That difference. The dog feels it. The children feel it. Former employees feel it. Employers feel it. Your buddies, your high school buddies feel it. So in a way, what we're all really in, we're in the mental health business. We're not in the entrepreneurial business. We're in the mental health business. And the stories are unbelievable. And if you listen hard to a veteran, what we're learning, 2 stories, real quick. Mother's pulling on her apron as her mother's washing at the kitchen sink. She's 6 years old. She asked her mother, Mommy, can we go find a new happy? You know why? Because her father, when he came back from Iraq, started abusing her. Another story. I'm with a homeless veteran in Tuskegee. We're sitting they're telling their story. And the guy sitting to my left, Andrew, says, Mr. Warren, you don't understand. I said, sir, I'm sure you're right. I don't understand. Help me understand. I'm comfortable in my misery. I'm tired of the promises. Leave me alone. I'll keep my belongings in my black plastic bag, and I'm fine. And I've never had heard anybody say I'm comfortable in my misery. My point is that if you embrace the world here of our veterans, what's our responsibility or what's our duty? It's not about entrepreneurship. It's about loving, being gateways to hope, and helping them to feel better about who they are. And part of that process can be a job. It can be entrepreneurship. But I was in a serious meeting last week in Prattville, Alabama. And 211, which is an emergency number that was created by United Way nationally, and we're creating it in such a way that a veteran can dial 211. And when he dials or she dials 211, there are 59 categories, and the receiver at 9 different call centers in the state knows it's a veteran and can instantly go to the problem. My utilities are getting cut off tomorrow. Now that's the real deal. And they were saying, well, we're in this kind of business. And I said, with all due respect, you're in the mental health business. And how you answer that telephone, it's important. And if you go, hello, or you go, hi, you're a veteran, can I help you, blah, 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 blah. excuse me, every 81 minutes, one of them is committing suicide. Now, you want to answer the telephone? We got 31 people in Lee County right now that are suicidal, that are veterans. And we know that every week. And we know the transfer. So the point is, it's a major opportunity. Entrepreneurship is a wonderful medicine, but they can't walk it alone.
Gotcha. Are there certain type of business ventures that, in your opinion, that are ideal for veterans? You know, if so, what are some of these ventures that have come across your networks?
Connecting veterans, pinning their educational level to the community college system in their respective state is critical.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they happen to have some mechanical skills and interest, let's say a commercial driver's license, getting their CDL,
mm-hmm.
getting certified,
Mm-hmm.
heating and air conditioning,
Mm-hmm.
computer repair.
Okay.
There are a lot of skills that they're bringing back with them, pending if they're graduates out of high school,
Mm-hmm.
or they got their GED now. And part of them, many of them want that 2-year degree. So many of them, in my opinion, can get the 2-year degree. They can get internships and jobs that can potentially move them into settings where they can get a pretty good income. Now, if it's a 4-year issue and they do have a 4-year degree, smart counseling up front with them to include their family can really help them. We're finding too quickly there's a haste. And by the way, we do a terrible job in this country transitioning a veteran out of the military. In 3 days, we spend billions to send them. We spend thousands. And quote, well, here's how you do your resume. This is how you open a checking account. Boom, boom. In 3 days, they're ready. They're ready for society. Time out. No. So part of what I think we can do, particularly in the world of entrepreneurship and connecting education, is helping them realize that when they come back into your respective community, they move into your street, they need time, they need support, they need love, and they can get through that.
Okay.
But they can't get through it alone.
One last question, Toby. What resources are available to assist veterans interested in entrepreneurship that you could share with the...
All over the place.
All over the place.
Yeah, the problem is that veterans looking in the wrong place because he's not financially qualified.
Mm-hmm.
Most, with all due respect, don't have good credit.
Mm-hmm.
Most don't have savings, but they've got this dream and the passion. How do they get there? They need smart financial counseling. And many banks now provide services for veterans that I would call, that they will school them up
Mm-hmm.
to say, hey, if you're this, this, and this, these are different paths. So yes, there are financial resources, and what a lot of veterans are doing in their world of entrepreneurship is they're having to lean on their families.
Okay.
The financial pressure of being an entrepreneur, it's a killer. So we need to be careful. And I want to make a comment about Vet Transfer and other organizations. There's some wonderful organizations in this country that do what they do very well. Some are tailor-made for some veterans, some are not. And I would say this, I would recommend to any veteran, 1, be slow, be safe, be sure that you're okay, and look at how a program might fit who you are, your own DNA. We're all different. So be selective. Don't let them just select you. You select them. Is this what I need? You know? And there's so many people like yourself, whether it be Milwaukee or whatever, you know, in this country that are out there. And it's wonderful. But the problem is many of us don't know who we are. We don't know. You and I aren't connected. We should be, and we will be. But if you create this network, have you ever turned over a Persian rug and looked at the bottom of it? It's ugly. And got this stuff going all over the place, but you flip it back over and it's gorgeous. So I deal on the underbelly of the rug.
I got you.
Where my job is to connect the dots, to convene the right people, right players, right opportunities to make it happen, to help them become better leaders. That's what we do.
Okay. Toby, with that, we're going to sign off. Thank you so very much, my friend. Take care.